Welcome to day 15 of the digital clean sweep. Early on, we cleaned up our desktop and downloads. Today, we're tackling a sneaky clutter culprit, screenshots on your computer. If you're anything like me, you take tons of screenshots throughout the school year. Ideas you want to remember, tech glitches you need help with, things to share later. But those screenshots pile up fast. Screenshots are super helpful in the moment, but if you never circle back to organize or delete them, they create more digital junk. Here's why it's worth your time. They take up unnecessary space, which over time can impact your computer's performance. More importantly, you probably can't find the one you actually need when you need it, and efficiency depends on being able to quickly locate files in the moment. Plus, you're probably making extra work for yourself. When you can't find something quickly, if you're like me, you end up taking another screenshot, which just adds to the first two problems I mentioned. Doing this now means we won't be hunting through visual clutter when the school year kicks back in. So today's task, set a timer. Do you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes for this task? Whatever it is, set your timer. Find your screenshots folder on your computer. So, probably it's inside your pictures folder. I've clicked on my picture folder, I've found my screenshots, and I'm going to open up that folder. All right, now we want to either move or delete things because right now I have a list. If I highlight all the screenshots I took this year, there are 549 screenshots that need to be dealt with, and that is a lot. And right now I have them all in a list view. So let's think about some logical possible folders. Maybe we want a new folder that will hold screenshots of tech tips. Maybe you've got screenshots of tech tips. Maybe you have lesson plans. Maybe it would be better to look at the images first and then see what common things you can find. So whichever way you want to tackle this is up to you. I'm going to sort these right quick, and I'm going to do it by name. Most of my screenshots are simply the screenshot, the year, the month, the day. And then I think the number on the end of it goes along with like the 24-hour clock. So 13 being 1 o'clock, 46 being the minutes, and then 05 being the seconds. Because if I look over here, I can see that I took this screenshot on October 15th, 2024 at 1:46 in the afternoon. So they're categorized by name basically as their time and date stamp, which is fine. That's good. You know, if you wanted to, you could make monthly folders because maybe they are things that would be relevant at that time of year again, for all we know. It depends on what you find when you look at your screenshots and what your patterns and habits are. I will point out that there are some files that I took the time to rename as I was doing them. So these are weather logs that I was doing, keeping with students. Now, if I want to see these better, I can of course change my view in a variety of ways. I would say if you're trying to organize your screenshots, extra large icons are probably the way to go because you're going to get a decent visual pretty quickly. Now, some of these I can probably look at and know right away I do or do not need to keep. And then others, I was just trying to get to those weather logs. I needed to take a closer look. Okay, so these are screenshots I took of the weather conditions at a very specific time. I am probably not going to use these same ones again next year, so I think it's safe to select those and delete them. All right, so here's another strategy that we can do. I can click View again and turn on the Preview pane. And that's going to have a preview over to the side. Now, it's blank right now, but let me see if I can find one that's not quite so clear, a little bit harder. Okay, so here's one that's smaller, it's harder to see. If I click on it though, it comes up over here just a little bit bigger in the preview pane, and I can see that that was just a record of some work from a student and what had been completed, and I do not need that anymore, so I can delete that as well. I think I mentioned before that if I see things that are similar, I'm going to want to put them in a common folder, and I'm noticing some things that I use for Beta Club, so I'm going to press Control, select these 3 folders. I'm going to come up to New Folder and make a Beta Club folder. And okay, I guess I need to go back and reselect these. It didn't hold on to that, so let me go ahead, see if I can find them again. There we go. All right, and I'm going to click and drag and move those up. The one thing I will say that is a little bit tricky about this is the folders are not showing up over here. So as you create folders, if you have some that you're going to want to drag to and you've got a lot of files and scrolling is a problem, then you might want to right click on the folder and open it in a new window, and that way you can click and drag, you can put them side by side, and you can click and drag from folder to folder a little bit easier. Let me see if I can rearrange this to show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, so my Beta Club folder is open over here where my screenshots are open here, and I can scroll through and look for any other Beta Club files, or I can just use this to switch back and forth between the different folders that I want to have open. So that's another little tip that hopefully will pay off and help you out. Another thing you might want to do, if time allows for it, is to just right click and rename some of these screenshots so they're easier to find later. So this one is leadership survey, and this is a 2-page thing, so I'm going to put page 1, and then this is my leadership survey page 2, and this one is the would you rather service edition. And so just by renaming those, it'll be easier for me to find them later, even if I don't remember what that they're in the screenshot folder or in the Beta Club folder. If I just know the name of the thing that I'm looking for, having it named makes things simpler in the long run. Screenshots are like sticky notes. They're useful, but not if you leave them everywhere. So tidy them up today and thank yourself later. Let us know in the comments how many you deleted or how you're organizing yours. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to celebrate. We've officially made it to the halfway point of the Digital Clean Sweep. That's 15 days of small, intentional steps that are adding up to a major digital transformation. Whether you've been here since day one or just jumped in, your progress matters. Every file deleted, every folder renamed, every tiny win, you are making space for a more efficient and less overwhelming start to the school year. Keep showing up, keep clearing the clutter. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come. Don't forget to drop a comment with one thing you're most proud of so far. You've earned this momentum, so let's carry it into the second half.